tell you before I start, I'm not the oldest grandfather or great-grandfather. Somebody picked me because the two that are really older than me, they can't see or hear. And my wife said, I don't know why they picked you because you can't see or hear, don't know what you're doing either. So, but you can thank Patty for now for it. But I will tell you the two oldest. Roy Lucas, who just turned 90. Roy, stand up. Let's give him a happy birthday. And Dave Grinnell back there. Come on, Dave, stand up. I know you're ready. And there's a few other ones out there. I won't say their names, like Bill and Dave. And Dave, I'll just be quiet about you old guys. Anyway, I got a few things that I'll read to you here. The kids tell their grandfathers or fathers or somewhere along the line, so I'm going to give it a try, Patty. My young grandson called the other day to wish me happy birthday. He asked me how old I was, and I told him 62. My grandson was quiet for a moment, and then he asked, "Did you start at 1?" My grandson was visiting one day when he asked, "Grandpa, do you know how you and God are alike?" I mentally polished my halo and said, "No, how are we alike? You are both old," he replied. A little girl was diligently pounding away on her father's word processor. She told him she was writing his story. "What's about?" he asked. "I don't know," she replied. "I can't read." I didn't know if my grandfather had learned her colors yet, so I decided to test her. I would print out something and ask her what color it was. She would tell me and was always correct. It was fun for me, so I continued. At last she headed for the door and said, "Grandpa, I think you should try to figure out some of these yourself." When my grandson Billy and I entered our vacation cabin, we kept the lights off until we were inside to keep from attracting pesky insects. Still, a few fireflies followed us in. Nothing then before I did, Billy whispered, "It's no use, Grandpa. The mosquitoes are coming after us with flashlights." My grandson asked me how old I was, teasingly replied, "I'm not sure." "Look in your underwear, Grandpa," he advised. "Mine says I'm 4 to 6. A second grader came home from school and said to his grandfather, "Grandpa, guess what? We learned how to make babies today." The grandfather, more than a little surprised, tried to keep his cool. "That's interesting," he said. "How do you make babies?" "It's simple," replied the girl. "You just change Y to I's and add is." "Children logic give me a sense about a public servant," said a teacher. The small boy wrote, "The fireman came down the ladder pregnant." The teacher took the lad aside to correct him. "Don't you know what pregnant means?" she asked. "Sure," said the young boy confidently. "It means carrying a child." The grandfather was delivering his grandchild to their home one day when a fire truck went past. Sitting in the front seat of the truck was a Dalmatian dog. The children started to discussing the dog's duties. "They use him to keep crowds back," said one child. "No," said another, "he's just for good luck." A third child brought the argument to a close. "They use the dog," she said firmly, "to find fire hydrants." Grandpa is the smartest man on earth. He teaches me good things, but I don't get to see him enough to get as smart as him. And I got one that I've been saving for a long time. This is especially for these ladies. We see it a lot on TV, and there's a mother for years said, "Mother knows best." Well, now they got this, father, the boy and his son on, and father's always right. So fathers, happy Father's Day, God bless you. And mothers, children, love one another because that's what this is all about. Thank you and God bless you.
And if we can have